We too often see players have an excellent combine performance to later not produce in the NFL. I don't think this will be a problem for Xavier Worthy, considering he has Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback. Xavier Worthy's NFL combine performance did launch him into the spotlight once he broke the record for the fastest 40-yard dash, but hopefully he has more than just speed to bring to the table. And to really figure out how good Xavier Worthy is, I think we need to start from the beginning. He grew up in Fresno, California, and it didn't take long to figure out what sport he was best at. I'm sure at the time he was the fastest kid on the block, and it didn't take long before he started getting called Flash. He literally always wore Flash gear growing up as a kid, and he would later blossom into a 4-star recruit playing for Central East High School in Fresno, California. And he would actually help his team win its first ever Division I AA state championship in 2019. He also competed in track and field, and he even had a 10.55 personal best in the 100-meter dash. To put into context how fast that is, Chris Johnson, one of the fastest NFL players, had a personal best of 10.38, and he was highly recruited out of high school, initially committed to Michigan, but later decided to decommit, committing to the University of Texas. So at 5'11", 165 pounds, Xavier Worthy was going to go to one of the top teams in the nation. He was a bit undersized, but where he lacked in size, he made up for in speed, and I don't think Worthy knew the impact he was going to have freshman year, because it was immediate, and this is where we get to go in a little more detail. Worthy would break several freshman records, and he would become an all Big 12 first team and Big 12 Offensive Freshman of the Year. He had 62 receptions, 981 yards, and 12 touchdowns just as a freshman. He had single-game Texas freshman records with 14 receptions, 261 yards, and 3 touchdowns in just one game, and he was a true freshman All-American by ESPN and 24/7 Sports. As we fast forward to his sophomore season, he was an all Big 12 second team with 60 receptions, 760 yards, and 9 touchdowns. He also produced as a punt returner with a 9.7 yard average return, and he was the fastest Longhorn to 100 career receptions in just 21 games. Now he's a junior, and he's an All-American second team as a punt returner and all-purpose player. He had 75 receptions, over 1,000 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He had 22 punt returns and even had a 74-yard punt return touchdown. You can make the argument that he tapered off a little bit towards the end of his career with Texas, but stats don't always tell the full story, because as Texas got better, their receivers started to produce more, so he just had more talent around him and the quarterback had more options. So Xavier ended his career with the Longhorns, and he had 39 consecutive games with a reception, the third longest streak in UT history. So he took all this momentum into the NFL Combine and declared for the 2024 NFL Draft his junior season. And this is where things start to get a little more interesting. He broke the 40-yard dash record at the NFL Combine. That's no surprise. He ran a 4.21, breaking the previous record of 4.22 by John Ross. And the funny thing is that people were even encouraging him to take off his shoes after his first run. I mean, he ran a 4.25, so it's safe to say he didn't have anything else to prove. He was gunning for the record, and he got it. And good thing too, because if it wasn't for that, Matthew McConaughey might have not tweeted about him. So it's no secret that he got selected by the Kansas City Chiefs and that they traded up to select him 28th overall in the first round. The Chiefs do seem to favor smaller and quicker wide receivers. They had Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman, so I think Worthy is going to fit in just fine. Now they're in the process of NFL minicamps, and Xavier Worthy is not disappointing. These minicamps usually occur in the spring and involve both veteran players and newly drafted rookies. And it's also held shortly after the NFL draft. So during this time, Worthy has been able to introduce himself to new players, learn the playbook and culture and coaching staff, all of the above. Some people think he's just fast and he doesn't really have much value to add, and I will say he's going to make mistakes, but I think he's well on his way and more than capable of helping the Chiefs win their next Super Bowl. And I think he's quickly making a statement as one of the top receivers for the Chiefs. And yes, his speed is his biggest asset. He might have to work on his hands a little bit, as you can see with this viral tweet, but like I said, mistakes are going to happen. There was even a quote on a recent article that stated while Worthy showed at the rookie camp he is more than just fast, it's his speed that is immediately eye-catching. On the deep pass, Worthy was down the field so fast he had to wait to get the ball from the quarterback, who had faked a handoff before seeing Worthy. He was already 50 yards down the field, said one of the quarterbacks for the Chiefs, and that's going to be something that I think he's going to do really well in this offense. Worthy's journey is remarkable. From from being in high school in Fresno to becoming the fastest man in the NFL is a testament to his hard work and talent, but what do you think about his remarkable rise? Do you think he's going to be one of the top receivers in the NFL? I think he's going to produce and do exceptionally well. He has the mentality and work ethic to back it up. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.